Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dogar College, Bikaner. Today we are going to discuss about the uncertainty principle that is you already go through in your UG classes. Because of this topic is also in your syllabus, so we also go through it quickly. We know that Heisenberg uncertainty principle is given by Heisenberg in 1927. It is also known as principle of indeterminacy or uncertainty principle. Principle of indeterminacy or uncertainty principle. Principle of uncertainty is a direct consequence of veil nature of matter. A very important point here to be noted that it is direct consequence of veil nature of matter. According to classical mechanics, a moving particle has a definite momentum and occupy a definite position in space, and is possible to determine both its position and velocity. In recent years, that means when this book is written, in recent years it has been become apparent that classical point of view represents an approximation which is adequate for the objects of appreciable size, but not describe satisfactorily behavior of the particles of atomic dimensions, where quantum mechanics role begins. Atomic dimensions. Okay. In quantum mechanics, a particle is described by a wave packet, which represents and symbolizes all about particles and moves with group velocity. Born probability interpretation, we already know about that, and we know about that the wave packet. So we know that if a small wave packet, then the position of the particle can be more or less fixed, but the velocity spread of such a wave packet is very large. The velocity of particle becomes indeterminate or uncertain. If we consider infinitely large wave packet, wave packet, the velocity of particle becomes certain, but the position of the particle becomes completely uncertain. So hence, it is impossible to determine simultaneously both the position and momentum. Momentum, that means velocity of a particle, with accuracy. Statement of uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle states that product of the uncertainties in determining the position and momentum of the particle is approximately equal to a number of the other h bar. H bar equal to h upon 2 pi. Okay, that means delta p, delta q approximately equal to h bar. Delta p is uncertainty in determining the momentum. Delta q is the uncertainty in determining the position of the particle. Okay. According to above relation, the smaller is the value of delta q. That is, more exactly we can determine the position. The larger is the value of delta p. That is, less exactly we can determine the momentum and vice versa. The relation shows that it is impossible to determine simultaneously both the position and momentum of the particle accurately. Okay. This relation is a fundamental since it sets a limit to the accurate and simultaneous measurement of position and momentum. Okay. Here, point to be noted that relation is universal and holds for all canonically conjugate physical quantities. Most important point for uncertainty principle, the relation is universal and holds for all the canonically conjugate physical quantities. Canonically conjugate quantities in Hindi is known as Vihit Sanyugmi Rashya, that you already studied or you see in your UC book. Position and momentum, energy and time, angular momentum and angle, etc., whose product has dimensions of action, that is Joule second. Thus, if delta E is the uncertainty in determining the energy of the system and delta T is the uncertainty in determining the time to which this determination refers, then we must have delta E, delta T approximately h bar. Similarly, delta Z, delta theta approximately h bar. Here, delta Z uncertainty in determining the angular momentum, delta theta is the uncertainty in determining the angle. Now, the exact statement of uncertainty principle is the product of the uncertainties in determining the position and momentum of the particle can never be smaller than the number of order h bar by 2. That means exact relation that uncertainty product should be greater than or equal to h bar upon 2. This is exact statement or exact relation. Hence delta P, delta Q greater than equal to h bar upon 2. Delta E, delta T, h bar upon 2 greater than or equal to delta Z, delta theta greater than or equal to h bar upon 2. Okay. Examples of position, momentum, uncertainty. Now, validity of Heisenberg uncertainty principle may be illustrated very well the following hypothetical experiments. There should be some experimental evidence is there for any theoretical principle, then that principle is acceptable for everybody. That means there is no question mark about its results. So these experiments are known as conceptual experiments. Heisenberg's gamma ray microscope. Suppose that here is an electron. Suppose here is an electron and a gamma photon is incident on it, and after scattering, photons are going towards this canonical direction where a microscope is observing this collision. Okay. So let us try to observe the position of an electron with a microscope, very high resolving power. Optical theory tells us that limit of resolution depends upon the wavelength of light used to illuminate the electron. Delta x equal to lambda upon 2 sin theta, where delta x represents the distance between the 2 points, which can just be resolved by the microscope. That is the resolution limit of resolution. Hence, it represents the uncertainty in determining the position of the particle. Okay. To minimize this uncertainty, we must use the radiations of shortest wavelength. Because if lambda is low, delta x is low. So radiation of shortest wavelength are used, such as gamma rays. But the use of gamma rays involves the Compton effect, where the electron experiences recoil. In order to observe where the electron is, one of the incident photons must strike the electron and scatter into the microscope. When the photon bounces off into the microscope, it transfers momentum to the electron, and the amount transferred being uncertain due to the definite aperture of the microscope. The scattered photons can travel anywhere in the of illumination of the object. The uncertainty in momentum of the electrons can be calculated as follows. Incident photon, h nu upon c momentum, electron is at rest, scattered photon h2 dash upon c, recall electron mv, and rest electron its momentum and energy relations along x and y direction. We can calculate it. Let us photon's momentum strikes electrons at rest. So initial momentum is 0. The striking photons transfer a energy mv to the electrons, and the scattered photons have energy h nu dash upon c. So principle of conservation of energy and momentum, we can use conservation of momentum along x direction. Along x direction, h nu upon c equal to h nu dash upon c cos alpha and mv cos beta. Okay, so px equal to mv cos beta equal to h nu upon c minus h nu dash upon c cos alpha. Px equal to h upon c nu minus nu dash cos alpha. The limits of angle alpha. The limits of angle alpha within the microscope are clearly from 90 minus theta to 90 plus theta. And so the spreads, the x component of momentum will be given by. Okay. So px between h nu upon c nu minus nu dash cos 90 minus theta and h nu upon c nu minus nu dash cos 90 plus theta. Okay. It becomes sin theta. Therefore, the uncertainty in momentum is given by delta px equal to difference between these two. Okay. It becomes 2h upon lambda sin theta, and after putting the value, okay, so it becomes, if you are using delta x and delta px and delta x, then it becomes approximately h, which is greater than or equal to h bar cross h bar upon 2. That means it justifies the uncertainty principle. Hence, this experiment shows the validity of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Second one, experiment related conceptual experiment, diffraction of a beam of electrons by a slit. This is narrow slit. These are the electrons, electron beam falling on the slit and diffracted, and this is diffraction pattern. Okay, let a narrow beam of electron fall on an aperture in the form of slit. The electron beam, after passing through the slit, spreads out due to diffraction effect and may be represented by a superposition of plane beams traveling in various directions, but all having the same frequency as the original wave, so that the diffraction pattern is viewed on the screen. The first minimum of the pattern is obtained by putting n equal to 1 in the equation describing the diffraction through the single slit. D sin theta equal to n lambda. So delta y sin theta equal to lambda. Delta y is uncertainty in position here. As the diffraction has take place, evidently the electrons have passed through the slit, but we cannot say definitely at what place in slit the entrance of the electron took place, so that the uncertainty in determining the position of the electron along y-axis is equal to width of slit, delta y, given by equation delta y equal to lambda upon sin theta. Initially, the electrons are moving along x-axis. Initially, electrons are moving along x-axis, and so they had no component of momentum along y-axis. As the electrons are deviated at the slit from their initial path to form the pattern, they acquire an additional component of momentum along y-axis. If p is the momentum of the electron, the component of momentum of electron along y-axis is p sin theta. As the electron may be anywhere within the pattern from angle minus theta to plus theta, the p component of the momentum of the electron may be anywhere between minus p sin theta to plus p sin theta. so that the uncertainty in the y component of momentum of the electron is delta py equal to p sin theta minus p sin theta. That means delta py equal to 2p sin theta equal to 2h upon lambda sin theta, because lambda equal to h upon p. Hence, product at delta y delta py becomes 2h, which is greater than h bar upon 2. Hence, this experiment also satisfy the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Hence, we understand the Heisenberg uncertainty principle and its two hypothetical conceptual experiment, which is evidence for results of this principle. Okay, thanks to all of you.